Okay, so I've decided just to go straight black-red. I would be playing green for Thrinax and Golgari Germination, but I think Goblin Assault is going to be enough in the red that I don't have to splash the green. Even though Golgari Germination is fantastic, I'm just going to try straight black-red for consistency. Love to play Scrouting Thrinax. I just don't think I have... The fixing isn't quite as good as I want it to be. So this hand is good. If I can just draw more lands. The bad thing about it is that I don't have any like 3-drops or anything to do for the next couple of turns, but I'm on the draw, so I'm just going to keep this. Oh, I should have played the beetle. That was dumb. Alright, opponent playing probably like a call to her, the Conclave or something. Slime molding for 1. Okay. Well, if I can't draw lands, those are the next best things, but I really need lands here. If he attacks, I'm not going to block. Okay, so that's a good draw, because now I can play the Basilisk Collar, equip an attack. Or I could just play the beetle and the collar. We just do that. Okay, Penumbra Spider. Attacking for 1, that's fine. Okay, that's a good one. I'm going to go ahead and play my Jailbreaker. Basically just a 4/4 wall right now. But I have 3 Guild Gates in the deck. Basilisk Collar is really nice with Cultist, because it gives it Death Touch, and then I can throw a creature at one of these things and just kill them. Okay, he just does nothing. Go ahead and play the Cultist and pass. And then next turn I could play a Noble and like throw the Jailbreaker or the Beetle. Or the Gnawing Zombie. Okay, he makes a 5/5. Well, if this Cultist lives, then that worm is just going to die, so... Not too concerned about it right now. Opponent's casting something for 4 mana. Awake Reflections. Okay, well that's good. So it looks like my opponent has a pretty nice populate deck. Not blocking. In a million years. Alright. So he drew Swamp. We can equip this, activate it, and then equip it back on like a gnawing zombie or something. Or on the Mortician Beetle, since it'll be a 2/2. I think I'm just going to wait and pass the turn. Well, no, I probably just need to go ahead and do this now. Let's blow that up. Pay red. I think the Jailbreaker is just not really doing anything. But this is a sack outlet, so I'll just sack the zombie. Does he have an ability? Okay. That makes sense. I didn't give my opponent enough credit for that. Running at least main deck. Yeah, my opponent's deck is... Well, whenever you populate this, it's really good. I think I have the Bone Splinters here. Now I'm going to have to double block a worm. Now what is he doing? God, opponent just has everything. Just gonna tilt concede. Could take Trader's Instinct. I think the deck is fine. I think his opponent just had like an absurd hand with the 2 populates and the Advent. Like that's the actual nut draw that you could have hoped for. I'm just gonna run it. Yes, I would like to play first. I will keep this hand. Alright. Not what I wanted to draw. Okay. I'm not gonna attack with the beetle because there are flash spells. There's Selesnya Charm in the format, isn't there? I think there is. I could be wrong. Go ahead and play attack. Of course, I'm attacking this turn. I should have attacked last turn. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you would have had that last turn too. Does he have it again? I'm not attacking. I probably should have played this last turn since it has flying, but... I would like to draw another creature next turn to sack. It's not one of these. Maybe I don't have enough of these types of creatures for this. I don't know. Does he have it again? Okay, Eyes in the Skies, that's fine. It could be these beetles just aren't any good, and they should be something else. So he has a populate for that. That's fine. He has to sacrifice it, right? Or is it exile? Okay. I'll go ahead and take 8. It's not what I was wanting. Yeah, I think I'll just take these beetles out. They're not doing anything. Sure. Bonus deck is really good. Yeah, I have to do this. I think No. But I can do this and then sack one of them off to kill something else. Or to hit this, and that way I get at least a +1/+1 counter. If I let them both die, then he loses 4 and I gain 4. And if I sack one off, then if I do it right now, then I actually end up life. So should do that. Sack. Now what does he have? Path. Okay. Opponent just had everything. So what do I do with this Basilisk Collar? I could sack. Okay, I think I put it on the Beetle, and that way, if he attacks with the Giants, I can block with the Cultist and the Beetle, and then sack off the Cultist to itself, make the Beetle a 3/3. But maybe just put it on the Cultist. I think that's right. And I'll pass the turn. Wow. What does he have? That's what I thought. Like, is he just drawing even more action? That would just make me sick. I have no idea what my opponent's doing. I mean, I guess if he attacks like this, then it forces me to throw away my Cultist, which is one of my better cards, especially with a Basilisk Collar. I could block one of them and then sack the Beetle to the Cultist. I think that's the best thing to do. Let's see, kill that one, sack off the Beetle. I take 2. creature, please. Alright. Well, I flooded out in this game, unfortunately. And my opponent's had 2 really good draws. Hopefully I can get there with the cultist. I'm going to let him attack 1 turn with this. Six, 7, 8, 9, and I gain 2 life from the cultist. Block the one. Well, I think I'll actually block the pilgrim. I don't mind him populating these saplings, and this gives him extra mana to work with, so. Alright, I need a creature. That'll do. And then that allows me to attack with the cultist, possibly, but then that opens me up to Pitfall Trap or something. I tapped wrong because I could have unearthed it, right? No, I wouldn't have enough mana to do that. There's no reason to not play the mountain out of my hand, though. So now, at least, I can block a warrior, or block one of these things, and then throw this at the warrior, gain 2. And then next turn I could unearth this and then equip the Basilisk Collar, attack, and then re-equip the Basilisk Collar. Alright, well I can't have him populating because this is a problem. I guess I have to let this resolve though, right? Okay, he just populates a flyer. Or, okay, no, he is going to populate that. Just attacks the flyers, probably. I think that's a mistake. I think he should just attack with the flyers. Because now I take 2. Draw a swamp. Alright, so I can unearth this, or I can attack, but that would mean he can block. If I if I just unearth it later, so I unearth it and I equip the collar, attack, he chomps, I gain 4. And then I sack to kill the giant. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have exactly enough mana to do this. So I would gain 4, and then 2 more from this and go to 10, he would have these left. Of course, he could just block all this. So maybe this wasn't the best idea. If he blocks all 3, though, I think that puts me in a decent position. It actually doesn't, because he'll still have the warrior, which I have to block with the cultist. Actually, I wouldn't have to block yet, because I'm going to gain life off of this. So let's move that over. Attack with a devil. Triple blocks here. It at least gets rid of one of the flyers, which I think is going to be pivotal to him. So he just takes it. Now I'm going to swap this back over. I'm going to shoot that thing. Sack this. Pass the turn. And hopefully just draw more creatures. Since I've drawn so many lands, I don't think that's too much to ask for. It's a good one. I could just go ahead and attack. I gain 2, and then he comes back for 3, and I can block with a zombie. I think I'll just wait. It's possible I'm too far behind to actually just sit back and wait there. Because I could have gone to 7, and now probably have to throw the zombie. At one of the flyers. Alright. I'm on a 3-turn clock here. One turn clock. GG's.